back. was in the other room listening to another band, so I'm sorry. I didn't hear a little light. Wow, you guys sound great. I love the shirts, those are nice. How'd you feel about your performance? If you were to give it a letter grade, raise your hand if you think that it's worthy of an A. How about an A+? Any B pluses? Okay, B? How about a B? Anyone think it was a B? C plus? How often do you guys rehearse?
Every day, except for Mondays.
Every day?
Except for Mondays.
Is it?
Oh, except for weekends.
Except when you got a great sound, man. Yeah, great sound. How often do you rehearse?
Tuesdays.
I mean, how long are the rehearsals?
30 minutes.
Well, first thing I noticed, this band is very well rehearsed. Like on all 3 tunes, once you started the tune, the tempo never went up and never went down. Just rock
We had that
solid.
problem yesterday.
Well, sometimes that happens. But today, you guys nailed it. The time was rock solid. And wonderful. I enjoyed your music a lot. This is, what grade is everybody in?
8 and 1
Oh, we have
7.
2 7.
Come on, you guys are high school kids, right?
No, we're middle.
Come on.
We're middle. Every
You
single
guys
one.
are like juniors and seniors?
Dude, look at my height. Him, me.
I was, yeah. Well, I was thinking, and this gentleman here, he looks a little old. Okay, well, you guys, I enjoyed your performance a lot. A lot of good players in this group. And really, truthfully, because I was listening to bands all morning, the best band had the best solos I think I've heard all day. I was listening to high school groups all morning. Now, I was listening to the Friends University Jazz Band. You weren't as good as them. But the soloists, you know, you took the alto solo, right? A huge sound. You got up, played your butt off. And did you take a tenor solo? Yeah, that was great, man. You were all over the horn. Most of the young kids, even high school kids, I have to tell them, you don't just stay in the 1 octave. You know, use the palm keys, use some low notes. Beautiful tone. Is your name Patrick by chance?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
This is for you. How do you know?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I know your mom.
Oh, that's reassuring.
And my wife and your mom are cousins.
Oh.
Just leave it at that. That's more details than you need to know. But I knew you live in Derby. And when I saw that I was going to be working with your band, I wonder if Patrick's in that band. You sound great. Love your sound. Really big trumpet, full trumpet sound, great solo too. So, those are all the good things. Intonation was pretty darn good. All the drummers, we have 3 different drummers?
Yes.
I have 2 drummers.
Okay, well, everybody did a really good job. So the question is, you didn't come here to be told how good you were, you came here to try and get some tips to get better, right? So let's do that. Let's start with the 3rd tune, the tune we just played. That was Heat Sinker. Did you guys like this song?
Yeah.
You were really into it. There was a great enthusiasm to the music. Now, you're an excellent drummer.
Thank you.
I would love to hear you take more chances. You know what I mean by that?
No, sir.
You play it, thank you for calling me sir, but that's for old people. Oh, wait a second, I resemble that remark. You stayed on the hi-hat the whole time.
Right.
And I was thinking, okay, well, let's go to the right some, let's try some different things. Okay, bass. Did you play bass on all the tunes?
No.
Okay, nice job, guys. Excellent playing upright bass. I love hearing that. I'd like to hear you guys play more aggressively. Don't let the amp do all the work for volume. Like, who am I looking at? She's saying, why is he looking at me? Okay. Pull the strings harder and get more involved musically. He was kind of in the background a little bit, so we're going to work on that a little bit. While I'm talking, let's pull the amp up closer. Can someone push the amp up? Nice job on the piano. Good job. Excellent, tasty vibe work. Let's kick this tune off. Now, from a drummer's standpoint, this information is going to all the drummers. When you play music like this, you have to get to know the drummers and the trombone players, sax players, trumpet players who play your instruments. Right? Like if you play on a football team, you probably watch football. If you're a quarterback, you know who the great quarterbacks are, right? But as a saxophone player, who are some of your favorite saxophone players? Do you ever listen to professional sax players? That should be every day. You should listen at least 5 minutes a day. Listen on YouTube or whatever. Find out who the great the 5 great alto saxophone players who ever lived. The 5 great tenor saxophone players, 5 great baritone sax players, 5 greatest trombone players, 5 greatest trumpet players. Yeah, well, that's one. That's great. That's a great answer. Right, who's your favorite drummer?
Buddy Rich.
Okay. Yeah, how would Buddy Rich play Heat Seeker? Right. So what's the point of listening to Buddy Rich unless you're digesting what Buddy Rich is doing? Say, okay, what would Buddy do here? You know what I mean? Because in jazz, what we do is, and what I love so much about your solos, is we steal ideas from great players and we make them our own. So you like Buddy Rich, you approach that tune. How would Buddy Rich do this? What are any other drummers you like? Buddy Rich wasn't really known as a great rock drummer. So you want to get to know who some of the great rock drummers are. Like Steve Gadd, you ever heard of him? Dennis Chambers, Dave Weckl. Okay, so go to YouTube, type in their names, and watch them play. And get ideas from them. That's how we learn. Okay, so I got off topic here, but a good rule of thumb if you're a drummer is every time there's a new number on your music, well, you don't have music in front of you, play one way up until number 9, and then change at number 9. Then at number 17, switch cymbals. And then number 28, switch cymbals again. And that's called phrasing. So it's usually every 8 bars, do something different on autopilot. Okay? So we're going to count off Heat Seeker again. We're going to turn the bass up a little bit. My man on the drums is going to move around the kit and try to explore some different sounds that would be appropriate. Here we go, Heat Seeker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very sax work. Okay, drummer. You sound good, but too polite. Are you a real nice? If I asked everybody, would they say you're a real nice guy?
Yeah. Depends what age.
Okay. When you get on the drums, don't be a nice guy. Okay? Beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. probably too loud. But I was trying to illustrate a point. Did you guys feel the difference when I was playing? Hey, who was running the show? Yeah. And in a jazz band, it's always the drummer's job to run the show. Okay? You're the bus driver, they're your passengers. So if you want to drive the bus into the ditch, then you can do that because you're the bus driver. If you want them to play soft, you can do that because you're the bus driver and you're going to play soft, right? You're going to kick them all the time when you're playing in a jazz band. Really, it becomes your band. Who is the leader of the Buddy Rich Big Band? Buddy Rich. Okay. Look at it this way. You're the quarterback. Who's the leader of the Denver Broncos? Peyton Manning. Okay? He's running the show. You're running the show. So if you just play real kind of, you need to lead more. And be creative and have fun with it. Okay, saxophones. Let's go at number 9 without the bari sax. Number 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, that was really confident and really aggressive. I appreciate that. But did you notice it was a little out of tune? I play your first note and hold that. Hear all those beats? You want to get rid of those. So, the question, how? How do you solve that? Well, at number 9, you're playing in unison. You know what the word unison means? All together. Well, in the real world, it means people play quieter. Because if you play unisons really loud, it'll sound out of tune like that. Now you've got 4 people playing that. It's going to be plenty loud anyways. So when you play unisons, try and make it sound like one person's playing, even though you're all playing. What does that mean? It means if you can hear yourself, you're too loud. If you can hear yourself, you're out of tune. If you can hear yourself, you're too loud. If you can hear yourself, you're out of tune, etc. Okay, so let's go at 9 and see if you can play, but make it sound like only one person's playing. See if that fixes the intonation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was a little better. Can you play a little bit softer? Keep blowing from the gut. Keep supporting the sound, but play softer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're hitting those the long notes. The da 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 dee do 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 dee da, and it sounds out of tune. Is everybody confident that they're in tune? Okay, well you're not in tune on that note. So you need to get to know your instrument. Do any of you have smartphones? No?
Not anymore.
Parents took it away from you?
No, I lost it.
Okay.
That's important.
If you celebrate birthdays in your house or you celebrate Christmas, put that on your wish list. A tuner, a pocket tuner, about $20, $30. Or if you have a smartphone, you can get a tuner app. You keep it right on your stand, and you can always be checking. The saxophone is one of the most imperfect instruments ever. And you can tune a concert B flat, but it doesn't mean the whole instrument's in tune. So, now on this articulation. You know how smooth that is? Can you guys play it that smooth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, better. That already sounds better just by thinking more smooth and more mellow. You don't want it to be too edgy, right? Bones, you guys have this same figure, right? Can you guys play that for me? 1, 2, Bones, 2, 3, 4. go, same thing, 9, saxes again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, you guys are all playing in unison, but we're playing the figures, we're interpreting them differently, and it's actually T, T-a, ta, T-a, ta, 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 T, T-a, ta, T-a, T, T-a, ta, T-a. Can you say that? T, T-a, ta, T-a, T, T-a, ta, T-a. That's the way the markings are on there. Can you play it that way? One, two, three, 4. Yeah, measure 10 sounds great. Measure 9, let's fix that. Bones, join them, please. We're just playing measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Bones, did you hear what we were doing there? You got to slur those 3 notes. Da, ti, ya, ah, ta, ti, ya. 1, Bones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Okay. You did an excellent job on measure 9, but guess what? Measure 11 is exactly the same. And you went back to the old way of playing it on measure 11. So once you fix it in measure 9, that's permanent information. It transfers. Okay? And I'm also hearing, not hearing everybody playing the part perfectly. I'm hearing people play wrong notes back there. So the other thing about playing unison is if someone is not playing the part and they're messing up constantly, that's the part that sticks out. So if that's too hard for you, then fake it. Don't play. Because it hurts the sound of the band if someone's back there fumbling through it. Or take it home and care enough to get that fixed. Okay. Here we go. Everybody's at measure 9. And I'm listening for the drummer changing things up a little bit, taking some chances. Measure 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dynamic markings and other things are just suggestions. So at 17, the saxes are playing full double forte, it's marked whole notes. The trumpets at 17 have double forte with the melody line. What do you think is more important? So who should really be double forte? The trumpets, and the saxes should back it off. Okay? So even though it says double forte, I would change that to mezzo forte and just play a lot softer. Here's 17 again. So bones and saxes way down here. Trumpets have the melody. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you guys played the tune, wasn't it? Yeah. And I like that a lot. But what you know what's missing is the band. It's hard for the band to follow that. Now you're putting a pair of tennis shoes in the dryer. Well, try that sometime. But if you play your hi-hat while you do that exact same fill, problem solved. Try that once. Play the hi-hat on all 4 beats. Heel up. Chick, chick, chick. Heel up. Heel up. There you go. Stomp it. Now play that same fill. Much better. We can follow that. Because the link, the band can follow this. It's hard for them to follow that. Are those your congas?
No.
Did you guys have congas at the school?
Yeah.